The woman rhythmically tapped her cheek with her finger. She was actually using Morse code to communicate with the criminal in court. She asked the man how she should rescue him. After receiving the message, the man responded by blinking. Since there was so much information to convey, the woman immediately wrote it down. By the time they finished exchanging information, the trial had concluded. The man was sentenced to death, with execution scheduled 3 days later. But he wasn't worried at all because just moments ago, he and the woman had devised a perfect prison break plan. The man's name was Diabolik, a famous master thief. That night, Laura followed Diabolik's instructions and arrived at the specified street corner. She casually pressed a brick on the wall, and suddenly the wall began to rise slowly. A luxury car appeared, and Laura immediately drove it to marker number 37 that Diabolik had mentioned. After the car stopped, the mountainside automatically lifted, revealing a hidden entrance. This was Diabolik's secret hideout. Laura quickly entered the password, and various items popped out from the shelves. She first took the cash, then following Diabolik's instructions, retrieved yellow and green potions. After all preparations were complete, they moved to the most crucial step of the plan. Laura dressed elegantly and found the justice minister who had feelings for her. She gently teased him with the tip of her nose. The minister was immediately smitten and promised to do anything for her if she would spend the night with him. Seeing that the minister had fallen for the trap, Mary picked up a nearby newspaper, pretending to be curious, and requested to meet the notorious death row inmate featured in the paper. The minister immediately refused, as the prisoner was considered extremely dangerous. Laura pretended to be upset and made as if to leave. With no choice, the minister agreed to her request. Seeing this, Laura couldn't help but reveal a slight smirk of satisfaction. That evening, the two arrived at the prison. The minister made up an excuse, saying he needed to interrogate Diabolik. The three then entered the interrogation room. 27 minutes later, the minister emerged with a gloomy face, saying Diabolik wouldn't say anything. The prison warden remarked that since entering prison, Diabolik had been that way, not saying a word. The next day was the execution. The prison guards cut off Diabolik's collar and escorted him to the guillotine. Surprisingly, even at this point, he remained expressionless, as if the matter had nothing to do with him. Noticing his unusual behavior, the sheriff suddenly realized something was wrong. He recalled the various human skin masks found at Diabolik's home and immediately sensed trouble. He rushed forward to stop the execution. Due to copyright restrictions, we can only show you this much of the film. The movie is called Diabolik.